All right. Oh, so today we're at home base. I don't have a lot of time on my break, so kind of booked into it today. So we're gonna get the training done in here, and then we're gonna do legs in here today, and then get back to work with clients. So we're gonna do hamstrings. That's a hamstring focused day today for the most part. I like to warm up lightweight, kind of do feeder sets for the first exercise, work up to working weight pretty much, and then do something at the end there to stimulate a little bit more, intensifier of some sort. So we're gonna get warmed up. So when you see the hamstrings to start, lock in, down, squeeze. I always put a little bit of squeeze at the bottom, straight up and down. Good. Really feel the back of the leg. Feel the hamstring gauge. Nice and controlled. I'm finding the longer, I guess not the right word, is the longer I'm doing things for. But the older I'm getting, the more controlled my movements are. I mean, I've always had real good form and control, but I just seen that I'm really slowing down my movements a lot more, and it's making a huge difference. I'm still moving the same heavy weight that I used to move when I was 20. I'm probably lifting heavier now than I used to. But those movements just seem more focused and more controlled now. So just different. I mean, not like I was sloppy and throwing weight around before, but it's definitely, the tempo has definitely changed. It's more about feel for me now than just moving weight from A to B. So. Oh. And normally if you're talking, like I just was through that whole thing, it's not hard enough, right? So clearly I'm just warming up, so it shouldn't be overly difficult. But yeah. So yeah, if you can talk and you're talking through your training, trust me, your weight's too fucking light. Take it up. Alrighty. So we're taking the weight up a bit. We're just gonna loosen off the legs a tad. So right now, my training, I'm kind of on the rebound stage from the diet, starting to gain again. I weighed in today 226, which is the heaviest, when I was 219 show ready pretty much. So it's coming back up. It's not a fast rebound, like normally, you put that on in 3 days pretty much. I'm not doing anything crazy. This is the time now that it's like a transition for me. I'm not really spiking my calories too high. They're higher, of course, than when I was dieting, but it's just enough to put weight on slowly again. This is the time where I'm going to start backing off everything, give the body a bit of a break before I do a big bulk again for the next 4 or 5 months. I'm going to keep training, of course. It's just not going to be as crazy as it normally would be, if that makes sense. I'm going to come off everything and clean out the system. Supplements, vitamins, proteins, everything. I'll just take it off for a couple weeks. And then fire it all back up. I'll probably do that for 3 or 4 weeks. I've technically pretty much started it already, but there's still some stuff that I'm still in my system that's I'm just reducing the amounts of instead of just stopping everything. So, but yeah, once it's done, there'll be no protein, there'll be no vitamins, just supplements for the most part will be out. And this is just me. I like it. It gives my body a break from it all. The responders will come back a little quicker, so when I start taking it again, my body will respond quicker. Just making changes all the time like this will help with anything. Putting on size, losing weight, whatever you're doing. But I'm not saying this for people to use it as a reason to have rest days or take time away from the gym or supplements or whatever, because I think most people don't know when or why they're doing it. They just think, I think a lot of people don't even know when they need a rest day, to be honest. I think they like to say I'm having a rest day, just like when they're saying I'm having a cheat meal. It doesn't make sense to me when you're barely training. You're in the gym 3 days a week. When you have more rest days than training days, you don't need take an extra day off of the 3 you're only training. Or you get a cheat meal. You're not, number one, you're probably not even dieting, so you just like to use the word cheat meals to eat shit. So I find there's lots of that out there. This is for me, this is what works. I know what I'm doing, I know how to change my body, and I know when I need to take a break. And when I'm only taking 4 weeks off a year from supplements and everything else, and every other day I'm busting my ass in the gym and taking what I need to take and doing what I need to do, yeah, I kind of have a pretty good understanding. This isn't just a part-time fly-by-night thing for me, right? This is something I do for a fucking living. So I take it seriously, so when people talk about shit that they don't know what they're talking about, it needs to stop. It drives me fucking bonkers. So okay, we got more weight on. Two more. This thing feels a little, I guess, pretty tight. I just tightened all these up this morning. Things are, trying to keep things maintained around here is tough sometimes. So this morning she got tightened up, and I thought it felt a little loose just now, but I'm imagining things. I'm gonna take a quick break. All right, set 3. The hamstring's already screaming, so that's good. More weight again. I think we're at 150. I'll probably stay there. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh. Holy moly. Feels good. Really good. Whew. Whew. All right, we're gonna do a back off with it. Oh. So I'm just gonna drop the weight down 20 pounds only. Oh God. And then you get right back into it. Just enough time, not just enough break to keep going, but not enough to get a full, not a long enough break to get a full set of reps out at a lower weight. Oh, fuck. Oh, mother of pearl. That was fun. Oh, they're ringing. They're ringing. Holy shit. Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want. Oh. All right, so I don't know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna belt squat if we're gonna do leg press, but you'll find out shortly. Okay, I've decided to go belt squat first and then leg press. The reason I've decided to go with leg press third just today my mindset here normally is I could do a lot more on leg press. So if I pre-exhausted on the belt squat first, I don't have to load up on the leg press. So, and I'm limited with weight on my leg press here because it's plate weighted. I mean, it's pin weighted, so it only goes so high. So that's why. If it was plate weighted, the weight would just be the same. If that makes sense. Because I can't add weight to the pins, right, to the stacks. So I max out. So that's why I want to pre-exhaust it first. I just did 100 fucking reps on here. I've never really worked out on this leg press before, or not leg press, this belt squat before. My clients have used it. I've used it, but not loaded plates onto it and use it like I would use at the gym. I just, once it came in, I built it, tested it out, and then started training. So this is actually the first time I've used it. So, you know, there's always some sort of adjustment to these things. So. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a heavy, humbling piece. I'm not gonna lie. This one's way different. Feels awesome. The shark pit, is that what they're called? That's shark, I think they're shark something. I can't remember. This is the one I've used before. And normally I have to do like 10 plates on it. I mean, this is gonna go heavier, but it definitely won't be anywhere near. I think we might be just doing 4 plates on here. We'll see. to a side. I'm extremely winded today. That's not good. Wonder what's happening. Anywho, I'm gonna take a quick break, probably put some more weight on there, have a drink, and we'll do her again. Okie doke. We'll do another set here. Oh yeah, now she's cutting the hip, so there we go. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's fucking heavy. That's real heavy. Whoa. Holy legs are fucking fried. That's real heavy. Like, that feels like I'm doing 5 plates right there. That's good. I like machines that have that feel heavy, so you don't have to keep loading and loading and loading. He had like 100 right off the start. 100 pounds taken off. Whew. I know when I'm training clients at the beginning, I put no weight on here, and probably 8 times out of 10, weight doesn't get added because the weight's heavy enough right there. So, holy shit. So we'll take a break. I'll probably do one more set. And then onto leg press. If I can walk over to the camera. All right. All right, we're gonna fire up one more set here. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm zooed right now. I'm stepping on this thing. Okay. Now once I come up, this is gonna dig. I might have to adjust again. We will see. Fuck. Oh. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh. Those are done. Oh. Holy mother, Pearl. That was good. Gotta do the things you hate. I hate fucking legs, but I love to do them. You know? Why do I hate them? Because they're the hardest. Why do I like training them? Because they're the hardest. Fuck. Gotta take a break, then we're gonna get on the leg press. Alright. Oh, fuck. Still huffing. Oh, my lords. So we're gonna do some leg press. It's more of a hip press on this guy because of how more directly out in front of it is of you, more than an upward angle or you know. Oh, I can't even think. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna do this guy. Oops. Might have to move my chair back. I'm looking a little tight. Yeah, just one more notch back. Whoa. Lock in, baby. Did that move? I don't fucking know. I can't remember what. Oh yeah. I feel like I didn't do anything. Should have looked at the notch now. Okay, so with the leg press and for hamstring focused shit, always put your feet closer to the top of the platform so it engages hamstring glute a little bit more. Wider inner. I mean, you go a little more narrow, the quads will engage a bit more. Further out you go a little bit, the more the abductors and adductors start to work. So up, high, and wide is how I like it. So that's what I teach. So I'm gonna come in and out. Don't put your hands on your legs. Don't do that. Okay, I'm just gonna fire off some calves while I'm here. Might as well do some seated calves. If you don't train your calves on leg day, you're a little bitch. Okay, your calves need work too. People that don't train calves, they'll probably don't train their legs. So, I mean, if you're training legs, you should be doing your calves. And if you know me, I fucking love calves. I like how they look. I like everything about them. And it really defines, to me, it tells me a lot about somebody. I mean, I guess guys with little legs, because they don't train them, also tells me a story. But normally if you've got calves, you focus on them. Now, saying that, I have a couple of clients that I don't even touch their calves because they're freaks. And their calves are the size of their quads. And that really irks me. Some of us bust our nuts off to get nice calves. And they never grow. But I know it's part of the game. And I know how hard it is to build little muscles, right? So if your little muscle groups are always tougher to build than the bigger muscle groups, so. And it's a genetic thing too. You got some, most of these guys that I train that have massive calves, they were born that way. They're like Lady Gaga. Fuck, that was good. Fuck. I gotta write that one down. That's probably one of the best jokes, one-liners of the week. No. I don't know how that song goes. Alright, we're taking the weight up. Like I said, this is a stack here that goes to 200, which is not heavy. That's what I do for leg extensions for the most part. Actually, I do more than that for leg extensions. But here it's a different story. I mean, I left it till after doing another big compound movement. So they're pretty fried as it is, as you can tell. But honestly, what I normally do on a leg press for reps is about 1,200 pounds. That's for 8 to 10 reps, 8 to 12 reps. Now I stopped putting weight on it, and I started banding it too. And not the stupid bands where it's helping you move the weight, like I see a lot of dumbasses do for hack squats. It's the one that gives you more resistance, right? So when you're pushing up, the bands are working against it to add resistance. So I do that now so I don't have to keep stacking plates on. With the hack squat, I'll touch on that again. It's kind of frustrating to see kids put like 10 plates aside on a hack squat that you know can't move that weight or half that amount of weight without banding it the fuck up for the bands to do the work. So instead of the bands adding resistance, the bands are actually pulling the weight up, right? So which then takes whatever weight you've piled on there, might as well subtract that off because that's, I mean, the bands are pulling the weight. And they got the big, thick, heavy bands. And they're doing that just for look. They don't know why the bands are on there except for that bands look cool, and maybe they know that, well, they fucking should know that those bands are doing the opposite effect of not adding resistance but helping you move the weight. It irks me that they're putting all this weight on there and using bands to help pull the weight up instead of just using a couple plates and going deep into the hole and coming out with good form. I mean, trust me guys, you'll learn and your legs will grow way quicker that way than doing anything with adding a whole ton of weight to it and then using bands to move the weight for you. Like, it's fucking stupid to me. And now some of us get that the bands will help on a hack squat coming out of the hole and adding a little bit of a pick-me-up coming out, keeping it, which then keeps the hack squat movement more smooth. So it's like a smooth transition from the hole up. But those are people that know what they're doing, right? Those are professionals. Those are people that teach, that do shit like I do, that know what you're doing when you're doing that. These guys are just fucking adding band weight a whole bunch of plates and then adding bands to it to help move it for shock value. So people stop and look at them and be like, holy fuck, that guy's moving fucking 20 plates. When in fact, he's moving who knows how much with the biggest, thickest bands around pulling that weight up, right? So when I see it, I laugh at the people. Like, I literally look at them and be like, you're fucking retarded. But, you know, other people that don't know think that guy's strong, you know, and it's not about that. I just wish people would understand what the gym's really about. This isn't for Instagram, this isn't for fucking YouTube, because nobody at the end of the day gives a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about who looks at my videos. I don't give a fuck about how many followers I have. I do this because I do this for a living. And I just share it, and it keeps it interesting for me to do this. I don't care. But for some reason, everybody else thinks that people do care. Do you think I give a fuck or would ever watch a video of somebody doing that with a hack squat? Or standing there filming themselves with 10-pound weights in their hand doing lateral flies and being like, it's shoulder day. Dude, you haven't been around long enough or put the work in to know what you're even fucking talking about. So that's the shit that irks me, and I wish if the quicker these people get away from that sort of thing, the quicker their bodies will change. But these are the same people I'll see in the gym 3 years from now that haven't changed. I've switched gyms numerous times in the city to train, and the people in there, for the most part, don't change. And I see these people, and I see, oh, fuck, I left 10 years ago. And I come back, and they're in worse shape. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing that this is happening? So it's mind-boggling to me, you know, so. As long as you get to the gym, that's the hardest part. Really? If that's the hardest part? Your reality is fucking skewed. Let me tell you. Getting to the gym is the easiest part. Doing the work is the hardest part. And that's what shows me who you are, is doing the hard fucking work. If the hardest part is getting from point A to point B and through my door, whew, life's hard for you, my friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Yeah, it's gotta go way heavier. I'm gonna take the weight up. I can clearly keep going. I could probably do another 15 of those. But there's a time and place, and now is not the time. The time's to go up. So instead of pre-exhausting myself with another 15 fucking sets, I'm gonna crank the weight up. Properly. Oh yeah. Oh. Good times. Ooh-wee. Everybody overthinks everything in here. You know, everybody's got the perfect way or the next best thing, but at the end of the day, it's the simple shit that works. And until you master the simple shit, you shouldn't be doing other stuff or trying to reinvent the wheel, because you ain't there yet. You're not even close to being there yet. And the stuff I'm seeing nowadays in the gym, with instead of people doing a normal lat pull down, they're sticking their legs under the chair and doing all this other stupid shit. You haven't even mastered the basics yet, but you're trying to reinvent the wheel. and be like, well, I find if you fucking put my legs under here and I don't wear shoes while I train, that's the new way. And your way's the wrong way. Well, I've learned. Well, I've never learned. I've never done it. Never to listen to anybody in this industry. There's no proper way. There's a proper way, but that's technique I'm talking about. But how you train in your style, sorry guys, your way is the most optimal way of training. There is no optimal way of training. Kids nowadays like to think everything's optimal and should happen overnight, and I saw a video, so I know I'm a pro, and that's the right way. When in fact you have no fucking idea until you've done it all and you've trained every which way you possibly can, and you find the best way that suits you. That's the only way you know. Just watching a video and being like, this is the optimal way, slow, controlled, progressive overload. I mean, for fuck's sakes. It doesn't work like that, guys. Put the work in, do the time in the gym, your body will change. If you're constantly jumping from one workout to another workout, to no rhyme or reason to your workouts, to push pulls, to progressive overloads, to fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. There's 100 ways to skin a cat in here, and you gotta try it all. The only thing I haven't done is push pull. For me, it would never work. I can't train shoulders and chest together. Sorry. To me, it's, and this is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. To me, it's stupid. To me, push pull is just dumb. And I just finished saying there is no right or wrong way of training. There isn't. But for me, if common knowledge and logic says if you work shoulders and chest together, one's not getting the full load. Because when you work shoulders, when you work chest, your shoulders will engage with it. So to me, they're pre-exhausted. I know I won't be pushing on either, in any pressing movement, what I could press if I was isolating either or. And I have to keep my shoulders and chest so far apart in a week from training. So I'll do shoulders on say Monday and chest on Friday, just so they're rested enough, because that's how much one can take over. My shoulders will engage if I'm not focused on any pressing movement I do for chest, because it's heavy and they do engage, and that's it. And once that happens and I don't get even the amount of rest, I know I'm not going to get a good day in until that rest is accomplished after a shoulder day or a chest day. So I don't even think about training them in a 48-hour period apart. I've had shoulder problems and injuries in the past my whole life, so I know it would just be a fail from the get-go. So I can't do a push-pull. I don't know how anybody can with pushing on push day, because again, you do lose. You will never push your max weights on push day with any pressing movement, because one's will already be pre-exhausted going to the other. So that's just me, and I'm just babbling here, but I just think that's common sense. So I don't know why it happens, but I get it works for people, and I understand that. And do I say nobody should do that? No, I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. What I'm saying here is a lot of people will come out that have no experience in this industry saying that's progressive overload's wrong. You shouldn't do it. You should do push day. Or saying progressive overload's the only way. You shouldn't do a bro split or anything else. You can't say that. It's what works for you, okay? And again, most people don't have the experience to even have an opinion or form an opinion. But because they do it, it's what everybody should do. And I mean, I've seen people do this, come in and start training, and after 1 year, they're telling people that have been doing this 15, 20 years, you know, it's more control, slow down the move. It's like, fuck, shut up. Like, you're gonna go up to somebody that's twice your size and try to tell them how to train? Yeah, good luck. Or somebody that's won a shit ton of shows and you haven't done fuck all except for maybe qualify for a show. You have that answer. It's just best not to say anything sometimes. And I'm not good at that because I'll always say what I think because this is what I do for a living. And I believe that I do have the experience and knowledge to back up what I'm saying 99.9% of the time. So, it's common sense, people, for the most part. Okay, let's finish this off. One more, maybe. I think this is the last set, but we'll see. The other two sets have been extremely light. I cranked this one all the way up. So we'll put her to work. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Terrific. That's pretty much today's workout in a nutshell. I might do another set here. Fuck, I don't think I will. Oh my god. I'm gonna puke. I'm dizzy. Didn't really do any tensifiers except for on the first set, or first movement. On the hamstring, seated hamstring. So that's good. That was a decent workout. There's always a couple things I want to do more of. I would like to do another hamstring movement, maybe, but I'm not going to. That'll be for part 2 of late day this week. Will be more of the, probably another seated hamstring, standing hamstring, and 2 calf movements, and that'll be it. And that'll be more of like an active rest day, as I can, that's what I call them. I know it's really not an active rest day, but to me, with not a big compound movement in there, that's a rest. So I got no problem just isolating and calling it a rest day. So that's it. I'm going to scrape myself off of here, have some water, go have a shake, sit at the desk for 25 minutes probably, and fire up again today from noon to 8 p.m. tonight with clients. So that's another, today's a 16-hour day, I think. So, no, it's not. No, 15-hour day. So, we're gonna end it here. I would love to get up and turn this off. Ah! Oh yeah, that's a good feeling right there. Great feeling. Okay, thanks for watching.